Now that's more like it. That's more like it. What's up, everyone? My name's AJ Rich Crypto. It's Monday, November 11th. Already November 11th. Damn. Flying. Just like the price. Just like crypto. This is starting to get fun. I want you two guys to understand something right now. We're going to have a talk. I'm about to sit you down, explain something to you. I want you to stop thinking logically. I want you to take all the logic that's in your brain and defenestrate it. Defenestrate is a fancy word that means to throw out a window. Defenestrate all logic. That is, we are entering that time where things start to pump and everyone's like, I should stop buying. I should short. I should. It's more like you should have, like a month ago, front run the election like we did. All right. But now I'm telling you that I want you to stop being logical. Stop being logical. Because right now, logical people are going to overthink the situation, take the little gains they made, and miss out. That's what's about to happen to all those who use too much logic. It's a crypto bull run. All right. I want you to think back when Solana went from $8 to 20 to 30 to 50 to 80 to 100, 120, 140. At every point of the road, professional traders, up, the RSI is too hot, up, the volume's going to get sucked down, up, going to short Solana, and it just kept going. Why is that? Why is that? Why did it just keep going? Because it's not retail moving the needle. Those days of wine and roses are over. Retail is just in the middle now. Retail is just getting sloshed around. There's so much whiplash. My neck hurts. All right. And it's the institutions. It's the big, deep whale pockets, big money that's moving these needles. And they know what you think. They know that if something pumps 100%, you're going to think, oh, shit, I can't buy anymore. Look what happened to Sui. I knew this was going to happen with Sui. I knew it. It goes to $2. Everyone's like, oh, hold up. It went to $2. Let's think about it. Pumps $3. How about that? That's what they do. I'm not saying 20x or bust, JC. Calm your ass down. Calm your ass down in the chat, JC. Not 20x or bust. You're just going to bust. I want you guys to realize that this really isn't a significant pump. This is not a significant pump. This is just a taste. This is just a tester. This isn't even close to being it. Not even close. We are still in 24, ladies and gentlemen. We are entering that phase. Yes, I do remember the time I 10x shamed you. And I remember the time I 20x shamed you after I 10x shamed you. Exit strategy video mistrade. It's funny you say that. I made it already. The members only live stream on Friday. I talked about my 25 timeline and I talked about my exit strategy. I did. I did not go into the gritty details, but I covered the broad strokes of my exit strategy. Enough for you to understand what I'm doing. Enough for you to understand what I'm doing. All right. Yeah, I bet they did tell everybody to sell some Solana back then. And also, Mr. Mojo says I'm done buying for this cycle. No. Guys, I should have done another $100,000 buy on Friday. I talked myself out of it because I was using too much logic. I was thinking reasonable. Stop doing that. It's not worth it. You're just going to mess it up. All right. Mike J says, so where can we watch your rap battle? I want to see what kind of flow you have. No. I was not rap battling, Mike J. I attended a rap battle in Decatur, Georgia. Hitman Holla and Geechee Gotti were at the top of the card. Big K and New Jersey Twerk were before them. T-Rex And Swamp was before them. Swamp came out of nowhere. Swamp was talking crazy. I barely knew who he was. He bodied T-Rex, bodied him. And then Big K, you know, New York cat, never see his eyes, you know, white boy with the beard. I thought he has done very well the past couple of years. If you followed Rap Battle, New Jersey Twerk murdered him. And then Hitman Holla. I mean, I've been a fan of Hitman Holla for over a decade. He did what Hitman Holla does. He entertained everybody, and it was very, very, very great time. Shout out to the culture. Shout out to hip hop. I'm a big fan of rap battles. Have been since 8th grade. Me and my buddies would watch Grind Time in 8th grade, like Hollow to Dawn and Disaster and all that. And then I kind of just, you know, there'd be times I watch it a lot. Sometimes I don't watch it, kind of go through phases of it, but I've always been a fan, and really, really great time. Any meme coins you would suggest? We can get to there. AJ, you called Hamster Combat ripping once it started to move, and oh boy, sure it did. Ooh, okay. Hamster Combat moved. Okay, I didn't buy any, but I was watching the chart last week, and I haven't looked at it. This weekend, I certainly put my feet up for a little bit and just kind of enjoyed it. You know, there's certainly a point. Oh man, I told y'all about Hamster Combat. Let's go. I know you can't see my chart yet, but hold on. I'm trying to get rid of all the swiggles. There's a lot of swiggles. Every time I see a chart that's just graffitied up, I'm like, oh yeah, AJ was talking about something that day. The chart graffiti is real. All right, so let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the Hamster Combat. Come up over here. All right. First of all, we started this off by saying anything under the Toncoin umbrella has a baked-in billion followers, has a billion people that could potentially see this project if you're under the Toncoin umbrella, because that many people use Telegram. And Toncoin had a lull, had a run, very good run, now above Cardano in market cap, I believe. I'll have to double check. I know Cardano about doubled, which is great. Told y'all not to sleep on Cardano, by the way. Told y'all not to sleep on Cardano. Never doubt Charles Hoskinson, ever. To be fair. And then I saw what happened with Notcoin. That was the first, project that came out under the Toncoin umbrella. And it started off with a lull. And then I was like, hold on a minute here. You're telling me the project Ton that's now in the top 10 puts out a project that's a game that a billion people can see, and it starts off like this? Oh no, round and bottoms pay the bills. This thing's about to go. That was back in June in Barcelona. In Barcelona, there a lot of really good things happening in the Telegram group. That's when I originally started talking about PopCat. Around 34 cents, I gave y'all PopCat. That's when I started talking about Notcoin. And then I told myself, all right, anything that comes out under the Toncoin umbrella, don't sleep on it, even if it's boring as hell when it starts. And then, sure enough, Hamster Combat. All right, here we were. Here, let's let me do something really quick here. Let's go to 2-hour chart. I know you can't see it just yet. All right, let's tell the story here. All right, so Hamster Combat, and just as expected, it starts off, all the original pre-sale people sell, it goes through this, this was all the way back in the end of September here. All right. It goes down. Here's the box and shop I was talking about. It comes down, forms this trend line. People are just getting destroyed. I thought Toncoin was awesome. I thought this project was going to, okay. And it's funny. Look at this level right here. Let me get this out of the way. See this yellow level right here? That to me was the breakout point. And it tested this level, guys. When this happens on a chart, you have to be aware of how important this is. This is the chart trying to tell you, I'm important. This level, I matter. This is significant. Look, it comes down, bounces, fights, rejected. When you can count a certain level, certain support resistance level fights that many times, you have to be able to say, okay, this is the level to watch. Don't sleep on this. All right. And sure enough, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. From that level that I gave you on the show, All right, top to bottom, we're talking 131% in a day, in 8 hours. If you're still in the position, you're still up 63%. It came up and came down, but now what, right? Now what? Now what? So we already have this level over here. Big support resistance. Remember this box of chop I told you about. A lot of times, let me turn the volume profile on. All right. A lot of times when there's a box of chop, that's what I like to call this. It doesn't matter where the price went up and down or how long it took. The point is that it came down and chopped at this level. I just want you to think of this time, of this period of time right here. I don't want you to think about any of the individual moves. I'm still coloring it in yellow. All right. Still coloring it in yellow. I don't want you to think about the individual swings inside of this level. I just want you to know that this is a box of chop. All right. This is just a range area that spent a week here ranging inside of a 14% range. All right. It does not matter where it went up and down. The point is that the price is very likely to range there again. And when you start to get down here and we start having super significant support resistance levels, you can tell yourself, okay, well, how far away is this? Oh, 63% to there. Oh, 88% to the top. This is a trade. This is a trade. And now look where we are now. Let's go ahead and draw this line. Why don't we just go ahead and draw this line and look where the price is? Right back home, baby. Right back into the box of chop where it belongs. This is art, ladies and gentlemen. This is art. And now it came up, came down, low market cap coin, nothing crazy. So now, we're 43% back to the local high. We're 15% back to the top of the box of chop. This is very, very significant stuff here. Not to mention the price is now below the point of control, which is significant. We definitely have nothing too crazy on terms of divergences to worry about here. But what I would say is, of course, you want to be aware of the box of chop alarms, which the bottom of the box is 00, a lot of zeros, 447. The top is a lot of zeros, 516. I would also alarm the local low right there. A lot of zeros, 42. A lot of zeros, 432. That's like the low. And then, of course, the local high as well. And if you even want to get this level, you could do that too. All right, you know what to do. You know what to do. Keep an eye on this one. I told y'all about Hamster Combat. Been proud of that one. Let me check out the chat here. First of all, big shout out to everybody spending your Monday morning with me here. Got almost about 175 people on YouTube. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you smash the like button. Over 200 people on Twitter. Really appreciate y'all's participation. Y'all great. It's Monday morning. We got a lot to talk about. Got a lot of charts to show you. There's a couple trades that I've been watching that I don't want you to miss. Make sure you stick around. Probably I'm going to go over a couple news stories to hang out with the chat for a minute, and then we'll start getting into some more kind of serious TA that I planned before the show started. And also, certainly a good time to be alive. Shout out to my guy Ricky Burris in the chat. But also the Telegram group, we've been doing really well in the group. It's so important to be ready to pivot and to be ready to react to an alarm regardless of what your original notion was. And that's kind of why I operate the way I do with trading, like even kind of like using Hamster Combat here as an example. And charts like this on Hamster Combat, this is something I talked about on the show. This is something that I gave you all this level, but this thing pumped 100% and I didn't personally trade it myself. And that happens sometimes, what I mean? I can't be in every trade. I can certainly be in trades that matter. But I am actually totally fine with giving you guys trades that I personally miss. As long as you guys are catching those alarms, that's fine with me. But, even in a situation where we're ranging like this, right? Say we're ranging like this. And this is another example of, guys, why we leave on our alarms, no matter what, leave your alarms on. Because say we come down here, we wick, we battle, we wick, and then boom, y'all need to be ready to go off. If we're ranging, and then the long alarm goes off regardless of the bearish momentum that it showed before. Say it shows bearish momentum, it hits, it wicks off, it bounces, and then the long alarm just goes off. You got to be ready to go the other way. You got to be ready to pull the trigger no matter what. And that's what I tell people in my group. Like, listen, if the alarm went off, you saw the alarm, and you didn't trade, I don't know what else to do. I can't do it for you. I can't zoom in through your phone and say, hey, do that thing we talked about. Okay, I can't do that. I wish I could. That'd be great. That'd be great. Maybe AI will figure it out. But you get my point. You know, you got to be ready. You got to, first of all, you have to take it seriously enough to set the alarms, to leave them on, to at least know what's happening. All right. And know how to check Confluence, how to know like how to go through those things that we talked about on members only and in the Telegram group time and time again. And you got to be ready to react. You got to be ready to react. Yeah, others are moving some. I am certainly so excited for let me check my calendar here really quick. November 19th. So a week and a day from now, I will be interviewing Benjamin Cowan on this show, not on the live stream, but I will do an interview with him and put it out as a video, hopefully that day or when the Wednesday after. I could not be more excited for that. Benjamin Cowan is like an idol to me in this space. I listened to his stuff long time ago. There's rarely a Benjamin Cowan video I miss to this day. You know, and I'm very excited to have him on the channel, especially as where we are, him being such a dominance guy, him really paying attention to how many alts bled out against Bitcoin. But now he's starting to say things, oh, dominance is probably going to bottom in 2025. Others versus Bitcoin is looking like, dominance is going to top off before the end of 2025. The others Bitcoin looking like similar to the bottoms of the previous two cycles. Now is a really, really good time to talk to him as altcoins are starting to wake up just a little bit. So definitely stick around for that interview. Also, I do want to say today's Veterans Day. Big shout out to all the vets, you know, all the people who've stuck their necks out for this country over the years. Absolutely beautiful thing. Definitely give your tip your hat to them. You know, every time it's actually really funny. Every time we're out in public and there's like an older guy wearing like an army hat or like a Vietnam hat or something, Jada of all people is like, thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. And you'd be surprised how far that goes with some of the people that wear those hats, because, you know, obviously that's that person saying, that person probably wears that hat all the time. And that's that person saying like, hey, I'm this old guy now, but there's a point in time where I stuck my neck out for this country. You guys are literally here because of my effort and the effort of my brothers. And it really is a beautiful thing, man. And I wish people would kind of give more credit to them. Nothing breaks my heart more than like the whole argument about like homeless veterans. And when you see people that are on the sides of the streets, like, hey, like I was in World War, I fought and blah, blah, like, please. And it's also, I don't know, it breaks my heart, but definitely much love to them. I have obviously a lot of family members that were Marines and stuff like that. So big shout out to anybody who's helped our country. Okay, that makes sense. Good morning to you, sir. Bitcoin 84K. Holy shit, still going. Oh, we got a hater in the chat. Oh, all right. Yeah, you must be doing so well, sir. You must be doing so well. Let him go. No, let him hate. Let him go. It's fine with me. You know, I don't know that many successful people. I actually don't know any successful people that would spend their time just being purposely negative to people who are successful. I don't know anyone who would do that. Because the people that I know that are working hard are trying to help other people. One, that's important, helping other people, and that are building, working, writing, creating. Like when you're in a creative mindset and you're hitting strides, you're hitting milestones, you're making money, you're finding success, you're not in a mindset to be rude to other people out of the clear blue sky for no reason at all. And I understand that there is the element of jealousy involved. I understand that, you know, there are people that think that they should be higher up the ladder than they are, and they're not there yet. And they see other people really just bah, 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 and they're like, why not me? Well, why not you is because your mindset is you're not remotely close to where you need to be, like mentally. You have to be mature about it. You have to make, and this is why I always tell people in my group and people in real life that, like, you want to become a better trader, start off by becoming a better person. Unless you like rewire this like toxic, crazy, psycho relationship that you have with yourself, with other people in your life, with money, until you rewire those habits, like, you're not going to be successful. I don't care what you do. It's not going to work. And finding that equilibrium, finding that middle ground is the most important thing to anyone. We can talk charts all day. I can give you setups all day. You can be well informed on the news. You can be well informed about tokenomics. You can be well informed. You can be knowledgeable. But until you have like this figured out, it's not going to happen for you. It's not going to happen. And man, whoever just wakes up and just blah, and does that at 10, 11 in the morning, man, like, I'm going to pray for you, bro. I really am. I'm going to pray for you, man. I hope you don't do anything reckless. One day at a time. Bonk bull run prediction. I'm not going to do a full price prediction right here on the channel, but we can look at the chart a little bit later in the show for sure. We can definitely talk later in the show. No. Let him go. Let him go. Don't delete him. Let him go. Let him get it out of his system, because it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. You know what I mean? Like that. That's that. All right. Let's talk about it. If you're not successful, it's your fault. Whoever it is. Not even talking to this guy. If you're not successful, it's your fault. Like, don't point the finger when you, my dad always said, oh, when you point the finger at someone else, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. He's right. He's right. If you're not successful, it's your fault. How about writing down every mistake you've ever made and what you can do to fix those things? You know, when I was in my early 20s, I like went through like sobriety and went to like AA and did all that stuff. And I feel that like people, and I feel like so many people should quote work a program who aren't even like problematic. You know what I mean? Because you realize, just like how I always say, you know, like when you block out your hours, you realize how much time you're wasting. It's a very similar thing with when you actually write down all your problems. You realize, one, that they're not like this big crazy thing that's worth putting a wall up over. And you also realize how how easily you could fix things if your mind was in the right spot. And that's where I'm at with it. It really is one day at a time, working on yourself. And working on yourself does not include just being blatantly rude to strangers and blaming them for your loss. You know what I mean? It's one day at a time, everybody. And I'm even making a believer out of him. One day at a time, guys. Take it easy. Take it easy. Sweetness. So much love, everybody. See, be in a good spot. Be in a good spot. Get your heart right, guys. If you like have serious relationship issues, you're not going to be a good trader. If your dishes are piled up like this at your apartment, you're not going to be a good trader. If you don't make your bed in the morning, you're going to suck. You're going to suck. You got to clean up everything else so you can think. That's, at least for me. If my environment is messy, and I don't mean like my physical environment, but my mental environment, if my mental or physical environment is messy, I get nothing done. I get nothing done at all. You got to clean it up, ladies and gentlemen. Bring a broomstick, because it's a mess. I love that movie, by the way. All right. I do want to take a quick drop into the 100K portfolio that I started the other day. Oh, 119.5, up 19.5%. We got Avalanche, Jasmine fighting back and forth for the leader. We got Render, Algorand fighting back and forth for second. We got third and fourth place. The Graph, Pyth, FET, which is crazy. FET was the leader for a while there, came back down. The only 10K buy that's still not in profits is Optimism, and that says a lot. And I think Optimism's going to have its day in the sun. I think if you feel that you missed this pump, I think Optimism might be a great coin to target for you right now. Not to mention, I bought 5,000 of SHIB and Ondo, both up into the 6,000s. Near as well, also into the 6,000s. Those were all good buys there. Oh, excuse me. I bought 4,000 in SHIB, and it's already at 61. And I bought 4,000 in Brett at 4,700. And the PHEMEX coin has been kind of just chilling. I obviously should have done another 100K buy. I think I'm going to probably do like 250K buys in the next week or so and kind of sure up on the coins that haven't really exploded yet. But I do kind of want to go over some of these charts because people obviously have been asking me. And guys, just today, very good friend of mine, the future best man for my wedding, messaged me today. And I'm not getting married until summer of 26, for anyone wondering. But anyone, what you call it? He messaged me, hey man, it's time, bro. I need to buy crypto. I got 100 grand I don't care about. What do I do? And I said, man, why didn't you ask me this 2 weeks ago? Well, when I was talking about the election, when I was talking how much crazy, if Trump wins, we're going crazy. Why didn't you listen to me then? And this is always how it goes. Retail. Now they want to buy Coinbase. Now they want to, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like now, right? But that's fine. And I say, hey man, just so you know, you are buying into a pretty gnarly pump, and there are some things you can still do. I'm not saying you're done. You might might be the time to remove logic from the situation, like I said earlier in the show, but these are the coins. These are the coins that I really believe in. There are a few asterisks here. Asterisk number one, I cannot buy VeChain on PHEMEX. I cannot buy VeChain on PHEMEX. And guys, and I even said that in the video that I was pretty bummed about not being able to cop some VET for this bag. And why am I bringing this up? I know I have a VeChain chart pulled up over here somewhere. Here, let me just pull up a fresh one. I have too many tabs open. It's getting messy, guys. I'm starting to trade bad. So there's a weekly chart. Okay, so here's thing number one. Let me get rid of some of this scribble scrabble here. All right, thing number one is on Twitter not too long ago, I gave a large time frame chart for VeChain, and I still want to point this out to you guys. Actually, when was that tweet? When was that tweet? 1 second. Sorry for the little delay, but I do want to be clear about my timeline here. Okay, right here. Right here, November 7th, which was not long ago, last Thursday, I said the 5-day chart's looking bullish. The point of controls below, excuse me, the point of the controls above the price, kind of talking about beating some Fibonacci levels. We had a bullish divergence on market cipher. Bitcoin dominance is likely topped off. Institutionally, VeChain's very attractive. I gave you all some alarms to set, kind of talking about how I drew the pennant over the triangle, kind of some stuff like that. 152% away at the time from its all-time high. Once it breaks out of the downtrend, which it will before the point of intersection, and the point of intersection was November 30th. So kind of giving you a timeline on when this thing is forced to go one way or the other. This thing's going to go. I gave you this on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now here we are, weekly chart. I was talking about the 5-day. Here, let me pull the 5-day since I was talking about the 5-day on there. As you can see the bullish divergence here on the weekly, and you can see a little bit more clearly on the 5-day. Because as the price came like this, you see, look, anchor wave, trigger wave, bullish divergence for days, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you're looking for. Not to mention, we all know rounded bottoms. What do? They pay the bills. Anytime you see a chart that's kind of turning, well, guess what? It's at the very least, regardless of how much let me pull this down just a little bit. Regardless of how much it flops and gropes, at the very least, VeChain is going to come to here at the least. And it won't take long. It won't take long. We're gonna. This like I'm saying, guys. This pump is just the beginning. Do not feel like you don't have. You're done. You're done buying. You're not done buying. We are. Look how far away all these coins are from their 2024 highs. VeChain popped off, by the way, and it is still 107%. 107%. A double up away from its 2024 high. Coming into the 2-hour chart, kind of want to do some little bit of investigation here. So as you can see, we got a nice little uptrend here. I gave you guys that setup on Thursday. Where are we at since they actually go from the beginning of Friday? Here, beginning of Friday is right here. Oh, wrong thing. All right, we are talking top to bottom 26%, currently still in the trade 22% in 3 days. Gave that set up publicly on Twitter. Shout out to anybody who made money on VeChain. And I think it's going to keep going. I think obviously it's reaching some pretty crucial levels here. I don't have the Fibonacci pulled up on this one, but guys, this level here, now that we extend this across, look how important it is for VeChain to break this level. We very well could be seeing a little local top off here. I mean, obviously there is a little bit of hidden bearish divergence right there, kind of perfectly touch that support resistance line, might come down and refight this level here or something like that. But I can't stress enough how important it is for it to get above this and kind of continue on like that. And look at how it happened before, kind of wiggled through, rejected, touches, bounces, pops. And I want you to pay attention to that with VeChain, guys. VeChain is one of those charts that once it gets momentum on its side, it is hard to ignore. Right here from July 5th. Oops. From July, come on, measuring stick. Work with me now. Oh, I know what's happening. Let me fix this. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. July 5th to July 15th. July 4th to July 15th. 68%. 68%. Stop telling me VeChain's a dead coin. If you say that, you are fucking wrong. Okay. This thing goes when it gets momentum on its side. And look at what level was the difference. Look at these two levels right here. Were the deal breaker. And look at what happens. See how it quickly comes up through here, quickly came up through here. Look, it never really spends much time in between here, does it? When it's between 299, let's just call it 3 cents, and 273, which is, a 10% range. You notice how it never spends much time here. It either comes straight down through it, straight up through it, straight down through it, straight up through it. Notice that. So to be fair, we have been rejected here a couple times, kind of before here, right here. We have put in a slightly higher high. It slightly went higher this time than this time, which is structurally sound. It's what we want to see. But in the event this thing it clears above this thing, all right, say it might kind of flop, hit it, and then go. This thing is not going to spend much time in between this chunk. Just like before, it's going to come straight. It's going to go straight through it. It's going to cut through it like butter. Why is that? Let's talk about the volume profile. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right. And notice how right here, you see how there's not much going on, but up here there is. And up here, what do we got? Look at this over here. Look what we got. We got a nice little box of chop, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we want. This is where money's made. I don't care how long it took, where it moved, where it turned around. This is what we want. This means, we're going to range here. We're going to spend some time going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. A 15% range it spent right in that box of chop for 43 days. It ranged right there. Why is that important? Because it's going to come back there. I promise you on anything. it will come back here, because not only is there a bunch of volume here, but right here, big old stick of volume, but it ranged here. And when things range, it will always come back. It'll always come home. I promise you. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to draw it, and I'm going to squiggle, and I'm going to leave it there. Okay? And look at this. Look at this. And we already know that it's going to cut through this level like butter, because there's no volume over here. It's going to cut right from here to here once it breaks this alarm. It has touched that alarm, come down. Once it comes back, breaks that alarm, it's going to cut through this level like butter. All right? And then, so from the current price to the bottom of that box of chop, we're talking a 24% pump. To the top of that box of chop, we're talking a 41% pump. A lot of money still to be made on VeChain. So I kind of started talking about VeChain, talking about this portfolio, because this is where we are with it. I am going to make, another update. I'm going to target some other coins that haven't totally popped off yet. Optimism definitely being high on that list. And guys, to be fair, have we really gone crazy? Not really. Don't feel like just because, I don't have qualms with buying another 100,000, although this one's at 120 already. I don't. You have to be able to realize we're early in the bull run. Even if it comes down a little bit, we are going to continue. There's a lot of gains to be had. So look, Avalanche, for instance. Okay, Avalanche leading this portfolio right now. The largest market cap in the bag is leading the portfolio. There's a reason I picked Avalanche. And I gave y'all in the Telegram group Avalanche a minute ago. We had Salt Lake City. At that Karate Combat event, I took a long look at the Avalanche chart. A lot of people were talking about off the grid. We were invited to go to the Avalanche Summit in Latin America. They were going to pay for us, fly us out, put us up, everything. We opted to not go. Very long flight, traveled too much this year, but we might go to the next one. So shout out to Avalanche. But I took a long look at the chart, and I was like, dude, this thing's going to be very, very good. And I told y'all in the Telegram group, watch Avalanche. All right. And here is the Avalanche chart that I talked about when I did the 100K portfolio. All right. And it was in an ascending triangle. All right. And although it broke down out of the ascending triangle, I had a suspicion about that, because look, same thing happened on Optimism. Broke down out of the extending triangle. All right. And I'm going to make that comparison a little bit later. And look right here, the graph broke down out of the ascending triangle. All right. And Pyth broke down out of the ascending triangle. You get my point here. Don't totally lose it if things break down out of your pattern for a minute. It's not the end of the world. What was important is that it did not lose the lows. The level is more important than the pattern a lot of the times. I will always give you a pattern. And sometimes it is smart to trade from the pattern, but sometimes the level is more important. And to be fair, you could have still shorted from here and made 10% from the loss of the pattern. That's a 10% move. That's pretty big. But the point is that when you see the same thing happening across multiple charts like that, that's the market trying to mess with you. That's them trying to say, oh, this is it. We broke structure. It's over, right? No. And that has, that's kind of a tough skin kind of thing to say. But when you see it happen across a couple charts, it's kind of obvious that they're trying to catch you with your pants down is what's going on here. And guys, look, we talked about this measured move with Avalanche, right? It's still 39% away from the top of that measured move. 39%. All right. To be fair, it has pumped pretty good here. We're talking 44% in 9 days. I'm not saying it's going to just continue straight to the top of the measured move, but bet your bottom dollar, ladies and gentlemen, that it will certainly come here. This is a massive target for Avalanche. And, I think that, and remember these levels here, the same breakout level here at $30.86, $30.78. You need to leave that alarm on. Man. And even this high here, look, Avalanche fighting just like VeChain fighting right at that high. Another really big level to watch there at 32.89. I wouldn't be surprised if things bled for a minute, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they just kept going. And this is why we react to the market, guys. No one has a crystal ball. If they tell you for sure this thing's future is going to happen, you need to be a little skeptical, because no one has a crystal ball. All we can do is react, and that's what I got good at doing. I don't care about guessing. I care about reacting. And also, to be fair, setting an alarm at local high at 33.30. That's a big level for Avalanche. So I would have a big alarm at 33.30, big alarm at $30.76. If you wanted to have a baby scalp range on some levels in here, you could find some. I'm not really too worried about that. I'm not day trading Avalanche. This is a large pick for me. And although it is leading this portfolio, I have no qualms buying another 10,000 right now. None at all. This thing is just getting going. It's okay if I didn't time everything perfectly. We are still very early. Don't forget that. Want to jump into a little bit of news right here. And guys, this is why you shouldn't freak out. MicroStrategy buys $2 billion in Bitcoin. $2 billion, boosting holdings to $23 billion. MicroStrategy latest announcement shows that its Bitcoin holdings have reached 279,420 Bitcoin, worth almost $23 billion. Damn. And guys, do you think MicroStrategy's Bitcoin ROI surpasses 100%? Not bad. And guys, this is what I really want you to think about. I had a long talk with my friends at Altcoin Daily. Long talk. Me and Austin. And he was like, dude, BlackRock's not buying something unless it's going to 20x or 10x. And I always said on the show, when has Wall Street ever been playing the short game? When? And the institutions, the big money, the retail is not moving the needle anymore, ladies and gentlemen. They are your exit liquidity. Big time. We are going to have very little control on moving the needle, if none at all. They are moving the needle now. They are manipulating the markets, but it's your job to react to it. It's your job to make the money in the middle. I want you to stop thinking that if it bounced here and went here and there's a 60% move in a chart, that you can get that entire 60%. You can't, if we're talking trading here. The money's made in the middle. And a lot of people need to be a lot more pragmatic and tell themselves, okay, if there's a 60% move, if I got 20% of that move, I did good. That's what I want you to think. Stop being greedy. It's impossible to get the whole thing. You're never going to buy the bottom. You're never going to sell the top. Make your money in the middle. Be okay with taking, and that's the problem. This is why people get caught up in crypto, because if it moves 60%, they think they should have got that whole 60%. Stop thinking like that. That's going to get you in big trouble. Be okay with smaller wins, and know that, okay, if there was a 60% range, if I was able to get a little bit of it, I did good. I made my money in the middle. I need to do this again. How can I replicate that success? That should be your train of thought, not, oh, I didn't get the whole move. You're not going to get the whole move. Stop thinking like that. All right. Algo HBAR TA. I can do that. I'm fine with that. 90K this week. Yeah, we could talk about that. SHIB. All right. I'm writing a list. Oh, my pen fell down here. There's a little thing down there you all can't see. All right, so we got HBAR, Bitcoin, Algo, SHIB. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, Dogecoin, and shout out to Slum Doge, man. I know he's back in the millions now. I need to call him. We've talked about doing a show. Doing an interview. We'll get together a couple times. We are friends. Good guy. But I was also kind of thinking myself, next time Dogecoin really goes, that's when I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you when things get hot, because that's when people are going to be paying attention. And we can certainly, all right, I'll add Doge to the list. And guys, y'all know, if you're in the Telegram group, y'all know when I told you to buy Doge. Y'all know when I told you to buy Doge. I am proud of that call, by the way. I am damn proud of that call. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, where is my, pull this bad boy over here like this. Sweetness. And if you want to join the Telegram group, everybody, send me an email, ajoffergroup@gmail.com. I think we might be a little bit behind on the emails. We're going to go through all of those today. If we missed you, don't worry. We're going to get you back. Definitely send us email. I'm not going to say, actually, I'll wait on that. But join the group. We're killing it. I'm so proud of the people in the group, man. We're doing so well. I have nothing but great things to say about all the traders that have made this progress. It's been absolutely insane. And 2 people went Ondo. All right, I'm done after Ondo because now I have to do 6 charts. Actually, why don't I do I can do a 4 charts in 4 minutes today. I think that might be a little bit better than doing all of these charts right now. I do want to make some extra content today. Crypto market cap just passed 3 trillion. Thank you for the update, Oleg. That is really big stuff. We talked about MicroStrategy. Also, pretty cool story here. Solana joins the 100 billion club. That is absolutely insane. Big shout out to Solana. And guys, this is why I'm telling you, Pyth, Pyth. Remember, I said it was kind of maybe a little local top right here, just maybe. But I said any Pyth you can get below 40 cents, which is this level right here from that little fella right there. Any Pyth you can get below 40 cents. You're doing really good. It's only at 42. It went to 40, almost 45 cents. It did hit 45 cents. It very well could be a little local toppy right here, but I think as long as it holds 40, 38, or even this level down here, 34, I think it'll be okay. I actually do want to draw that level right there. Right there. That's a really good level. 34, 2, because we're talking this. Yeah, very big level. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, watch this one because if you feel like you didn't get the most out of the Solana gains, I'm telling you there are a lot of gains to be made there. Cardano bouncing big time as Trump rumors spark investor hopes. Kind of talking about Charles Hoskinson having some level of participation in the Trump administration, in terms of helping to create crypto policies, things like that. Just in, Cardano ADA founder Charles Hoskinson confirms he will be working with the Trump administration. I have not watched this video yet. I saw the tweets. I saw the pump. Shout out to the ADA gang. I haven't had a chance to watch the video yet, but I obviously see the results of it. I have always held a little bit of Cardano in my bags. Always have, always will. Always been a big Cardano fan. Love to see it. And I hope, and these are the type of people like Charles are the people that need to be making rules. I'm so tired of non-crypto folk who just learned the definition of DeFi yesterday are the ones making decisions on the regulatory environment moving forward. Charles gets involved, we're going to start having a much better conversation about this. And guys, shout out to Cardano, man. I told y'all, never sleep on Cardano. Never, ever, ever sleep on Cardano. Because the second you do, the second you turn your back, dude, I don't know why this Gon fan is there. It must be an older chart, but yeah, sleep on Cardano, guys. Yeah, totally. Great idea. Top to bottom. We're talking from a week ago, Sunday the 3rd bottomed 104% top to bottom. We're talking 85% if you're still in it from the bottom on Sunday the 3rd. Crazy move. 60 cents right now for Cardano. Look at that. That is just insane. Yeah, great idea, guys. Sleep on Cardano. Why not? Right? I can't believe that was even a thing. Tried to tell you guys. And look, it never broke this low. That was really important for Cardano. Never. And obviously it might give some of these gains back, it might wiggle like this, it might do one of those, but dude, and it's still a 33% from its 2024 high. Kind of zoom in. I do want to check like the 12-minute chart on this just for a couple of reasons here. Where's my EMAs at? Sweetness. Okay. So, I know this one wasn't on our list here, but I just want to point out to you guys. So we could draw it like this, or you could draw it like this, or even, I would draw the local one. That's how I'd be looking at Cardano right now. Just like that 12-minute chart. That's how I'd be looking at Cardano right now. Screenshot this. Those are your alarms. There you go. All right. All right. Let's hit a couple of these charts. Ada gang in the house. Y'all are amazing. Ada gang. Let's go. Quick check in here. 257 people on YouTube, 300 on Twitter. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for being here. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am going to hit a couple of these charts on my list here, but today I am also going to do a 4 chart in 4 minutes. It's actually never 4 minutes, but it's a good title, so I'm sticking with it. I'm going to do a 4 charts 4 minutes. You're not going to want to miss today. And guys, 4 charts 4 minutes is a really good show. I need to do more of them. Every time I do them, people are always asking me, dude, you should do this every day. I don't want to do the same thing every day, but I will at least promise from here on out to do at least 1 4 charts 4 minutes a week, because I use large time frames. So if you watch the video 12 hours later, if we're looking at daily charts, you didn't miss much. You know what I mean? Like you might miss a little if you don't watch it the second I put it out, but you could watch it a day later and still be pretty close to what happened, or at least know the alarms moving forward. Just because you watched the video 6 hours late doesn't mean the alarm went off. At least watch the video. Yeah, big shout out to my guy MJ7. GRT already been done. I'm probably going to talk about the portfolio in the video. So, and the graph, guys, the graph is so much more to go. I almost want to talk about the graph, but I'll save it for the video. I bought at the rap battle. Actually, I looked at the graph and I was like, yo, I unloaded some personal money into the graph, just under 17 cents. And it's already 18 something for the sake of argument right now. Let's take a quick peek at gainers and losers. Oh, CRO finally waking up. Dogecoin 31 cents. Dog whiff 308. That's when we never stop talking about in the Telegram group. Brett killing it. Not surprised to see that at all. Render back to $6. Not surprised to see that at all. That's why Render was a big pick in my portfolio. Near catching up. Ondo catching up. But guys, to be fair, this is nothing. We're just getting going. And then, got a couple coins bleeding out here. Helium, Nero. Nero is one we started talking about in the Telegram group a while ago. We caught some really big swings on Nero. Arrow, Jupe, Pyth, all bleeding just a little bit. And guys, when we see these really big spikes up, I want to remind you, I'm not telling you to wait for shorts right now. I'm telling you to set the levels or react to the levels I give you and be able to pivot on quick on your feet right now. Quick on your feet right now. We're approaching the time where it's almost time to throw logic out the window. Because if you think too logically, you're not going to do this. Crypto is not logical sometimes, guys. It just keeps going. It keeps going. Be all right with that. Oleg saying Algo is the biggest sleeper coin. Man, I could not agree more. Ondo. All right, let's talk Ondo first. I know you can't see it yet. And here we go. Bang. Which one is this? 1 second. Okay, I can give you this one. And boom. All right, so obviously we had this down channel here. We broke out of that. Top to bottom from there, 30% in 8 days. We called that on the group. Congratulations. And now, very good to see it break this previous high. Not to mention this was big support resistance from over here. But now it did kind of put out a little hammer candle there. Slight bearish divergence like this. Okay. So now what, right? Now what? Now what is you alarmed local high at 93.3. All right. And we're kind of ranging in between previous support resistance and the local high. Also, this matters big time. I would be drawing these sharp uptrends. Remember when we talked about Bitcoin, how it first rolled over in October? It's because of big, sharp angles like this. These are easy to trade, at least in my opinion, because you don't even really need the top one. You can put it there if you want to. And also, this SR level is big too. All right, so SR 83.7, 88.0, 92.8, top to bottom. And don't miss this angle here, because Alondo can actually fall. If it fell straight down, it could fall to 78 cents and still technically be in an uptrend. Actually, that number obviously gets bigger as time goes by, but this is the local uptrend for Alondo. And if it, at the very least, say we kind of come over here, hit this fall, this could be a big signal for you. All right. Not saying it has to last forever, but it is the local uptrend now, and it's worth keeping an eye on. And guys, like anytime you see these sharp moves up, sharp move up, breaks down, sharp move up, breaks right here, sharp move up, breaks down. Right now, we're in the sharp move up phase, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the sharp move up phase. This will break down eventually. I'm not saying it's the end of the world, not saying you should sell, but we can't just go up and up for, even if it goes something like this, it could literally go up easily. But still, you want to be aware of it, especially if you're holding a lot of it. If you're just holding this, and literally when I say what I'm saying, that this is for the traders. This is what I'm saying is for the traders. If you're hodling, you're hodling. You're hodling. Don't worry about nothing. You're doing fine. Just keep on hodling. Yeah, that's where I'm at with Alondo, and this is pretty good levels right here. You could add a little one right there if you wanted to, like kind of an awareness alarm. But I wouldn't get too hung up on that. Let's go H bar. Oh yeah. Yeah, and the cliff unlock in January. Don't forget about that. Oh yeah. I'm trying to find a clean. Oh, why are the candles like that? I don't like that at all. Bybit. Okay, so we're looking at a 12-minute. And actually, that was a really good 12-minute. I'll definitely bring that back. So, and guys, I do want to kind of point out some charts broke that local high, the previous high. Some charts did not. That's important structurally. Because say we're in this uptrend, right? Excuse me, we're in this big downtrend, right? And then it pops up like this. I mean, this could easily. I don't want to be a bear here, but I do want to point out how important it is for things to start putting in higher highs. I will say rounded bottoms do pay the bills. The bottom is rounding. H bar will have it stay in the sun, but structurally speaking, it's still putting in lower lows and lower highs. It needs to start putting in higher, hasn't really done that yet at all. I mean, this is the H bar daily, and this is the 2024 high. All right. And although it is starting to round off, structurally, this thing is not out of the clear quite yet. All right. What would it do? What would it need to do to be in the clear? All right. Let's look at that. Let me get rid of this over here. Blah, 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 blah. And it did have a pretty good pump, to be fair, 33% in 7 days. Not as good as other coins. I know some people were pissed that I didn't buy H bar in my 100K bag. And the truth is, why didn't I buy it? One, I already have a lot of H bar in my personal bags. I've always bought H bar. I have H bar. I'm in a community. We know this. It's not like news. Like, just if I do a thing and I leave a coin out, like it drives me crazy if I do a tweet about one coin, about Cardano. So there's always going to be that one guy that's just like, what about this coin? I'm like, dude, my God, please stop. Like, you can't win here, guys. You know what I'm saying? You can't say anything without the other thing. You know what I mean? But I left H bar out, and I'm actually looking at my gains and how hard everything else pumped compared to how hard H bar pumped. Right now, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did right now. I think it will catch up. But this is the level it needs to break right here. This level is 0.064. It needs to break this level. That big support resistance, that would certainly kind of confirm the rounded bottom theory. It is still rounding, but this was the local low. The local low was in the beginning of November. This was October for Hedera right here, guys. Structurally not looking the best. It needs to break just about 6.5 cents. Needs to. All right. I still have on my list SHIB SHIB, Algo, Bitcoin, and Doge. Those are the 4 I'm going to cover in my video today. 4 charts in 4 minutes. It might be a couple more charts. I might do like 5 charts in 5 minutes, and I'll run through them and give you all the levels and everything like that. If you want some insight to what I am trading today, I will be posting today in my Telegram group, my personal charts that I use for my trades. You get in this Telegram group. Send me an email, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. If your email got missed last week, we are going to get through them today. Is some kind of stuff going on in the background that I can't talk about. It's that simple. Some of you know, some of you don't. Most of you don't. It's all good. Nothing to worry about. Just life is life, and you have to take things as they come. And this, sometimes it's crazy. Gets a little crazy sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. But it's important to be able to differentiate. You got to be able to compartmentalize and still get your work done. So one day at a time, everybody. I know everybody here is working a job. Everybody here got some stuff going on. Everybody got struggles, problems to deal with, things, family members, money, whatever. It's all right. You're watching this video to get 1% better. Watch this video every day for 100 days. You get 100% better. Anything you can do to make a fractional difference, and they add up, they add up, they add up, they add up. I'm telling you guys, one day at a time. It's not the end of the world if you missed a little pump. This is nothing. This is just a taste. You are not late. In fact, you're still early, big time. Go back and look at 2021. And measure the beginning of this pump, and then look at how much further we still had to go. Don't worry. You got plenty of time. $10 super chat from JB. Logic out the door. Plays on my FOMO. Do you think it's silly waiting for the big pullback? Thanks, AJ. Well, man, I mean, it depends on how you're playing it. Are you talking about hodling or are you talking about day trading? Like, I think if you hodl, dude, I can't answer that question, and that's why you just have a consistent DCA strategy. You know what I mean? Like because then you're evening it out your entry costs. And the point is that JB, you're never going to perfectly time the bottom. You're never going to perfectly time the top. It's just not going to happen. But at the end of the day, anything you buy right now, from now to the top of the bull run, anything you buy now is a good buy, regardless of if it drops 30% tomorrow. At the end of the day, at the end of the bull run, anything you buy right now is a good buy, even if it drops off a cliff tomorrow. Yeah, we're talking a year from now, 10 months from now. That's where the top will be. Anything you buy now is a win. Anything, in my opinion, even if it falls off the cliff tomorrow. So DCA, play it safe. Don't go crazy. I talk about all the things in the Telegram group, bro. All the things, everything, anything that's on my mind, we talk about. We just went over Ondo TA in the show 2 seconds ago. Prediction markets are pricing in a 38% chance that Bitcoin will see 100K this year. Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and say I think Bitcoin will hit 100K this year. I'm in the 100K team. All right, guys, I'm going to peace out of here. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stick around for in a couple hours. I will be putting out a 5 charts and 5-minute video. And, stick around, become a group member. We do have members only streams on Friday. That's when we kind of go over what we did in the Telegram group, kind of go under the surface a little bit more, talk more technical strategy, less news, fun stuff. And it's been really good, especially as I've been writing this course. I've been writing with Gareth Soloway. And you guys, there will be more news on that when the time comes. But I really have been kind of refreshing some things I forgot about and even learning more as I've been researching for this. So I'm really hitting my stride. I've really been cooking lately on all of, like, really, TA is such a deep rabbit hole. It's such a deep rabbit hole. And it's really, that's the last thing I'll say, it's really important to understand the environment you're in. Because when you understand the environment you're in, the strategy you go with becomes a lot more simple. You're not, like I've always said this analogy, if you're a battle commander and you're not going to use the same strategy in a field that you would use in a cave or on the edge of a cliff or in a forest. You know, if you're going into a fight with, you know, other people are using guns, you're not going to bring your knife. You know what I mean? You're going to bring, you know, it's about matching your strategy, aligning your strategy with the environment you're in. It's that simple. And I am really getting good at knowing when to do which strategy, because TA at the end of the day, it's not rocket science, people. There are people in TA that will act like they will tell you that they have the secrets and you can't learn them. I know things you don't. This is the truth. And F you to the gatekeepers that act like that. That's not true. TA is confluence. TA is a combination of the indicators. That's all it is. And when they all tell the same story, you're onto something. All right. And the most important thing with confluence is knowing when to use which strategy. That's what I have gotten very good at. Very good at. Guys, I built in a bear. I became AJ Wright's crypto in a bear market. We are just waking up. We just hit 1 million this year. Just this year. Now you're going to see it. You're going to see it multiply. You're going to see it go. We're going to see it pop off. Get rich or get wrecked. Peace.